Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Daniel, who let me know about this Twitter post that DONTNOD put out a few hours ago. And I'm reading it right now. A little birdie told us that if you come back here tomorrow, you'll see some news from us and maybe even get some clues as to what we've been working on. Now, in case any of you don't know, DONTNOD doesn't have the rights to Life is Strange. Square Enix does, as they're the publisher. DONTNOD was the developer for Life is Strange 1 and 2. So and Square Enix has now given the publishing rights to Deck 9, who made Before the Storm and True Colors. So whatever games, because there's more than one, I believe there's 4 that DONTNOD's working on. Whatever games DONTNOD is working on, it won't be Life is Strange, but I do have a few. I've been doing some research, and I do have a few ideas as to what the games they are working on might be. One of them could be a sequel to Vampire. I prefer Vampire. This sounds more badass that way. And Vampire, it may involve a different character, but you played as a doctor who was also a vampire, and you had to make moral choices based on, it's like if you wanted to be more powerful, you'd have to drink more blood. Like, you'd essentially have to kill a person. But, and that's a pretty interesting mechanic for the game I did like. You can become stronger and level up. But if you're drinking people's blood and you're killing them, then it's going to affect the district that you're in. Another game that we might see tomorrow is actually one that's up on Steam, and what that game is called is Girder, Flame in Winter. Now this game, DONTNOD is the publisher of this game. They're not the developer. That's Play Gaming Apps. And in this game, you play as a woman called Gerda, who's a nurse in World War II, during the Nazi occupation, I believe, or when it's just started. I'm not too sure. I have to do more research. But this comes out September 1st, and it's quite interesting. It's an RPG, and so you make choices, because that's one of the things that DONTNOD is focusing on with these few games that they're making. While I don't know what they are, I can say with 100% certainty that they're going to focus on narrative-driven adventures, because that's what put them on the map. Because before Life is Strange, they made Remember Me, I believe it was, and that didn't do too well. It's really Life is Strange is what put them on the map. Like back in the day with Telltale, it was season 1 of The Walking Dead that put them on the map. Alright, so I just quickly did some research about these games. Apparently, there's about 4 in development: Project 9, Project 10, Project 11, and DONTNOD Project 1. Now, what's interesting about these projects is that DONTNOD chose to remain independent, and the studio turned down a few proposals from companies that wanted to acquire it. So rather than be working for another company and being a developer, DONTNOD wanted to be the publisher and the developer, or choose its developer. Like I'm not sure how the publishing developing thing works out. Like, publisher owns the content, and the developer they choose makes it. But anyway, so we've basically got 4 projects in the works, and while doing some research, I remember there was this one, I forget what it was, but DONTNOD wanted to do a choice game where you're in the snow and you got to find shelter, or you got to find a place where your group can survive or something. I forget what it was. It was like an apocalyptic setting. This may be a different company. Like, I'm not talking about Wasteland, in case any of you are thinking about that. No, this was something completely different. But I could be wrong, but we're going to find out tomorrow. So, sorry I don't have too much information to give you, but yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be looking this up. Very interesting. I'm going to be seeing what these games are, going to be talking about them, giving my thoughts, so look out for that video. So anyways, that's the end of this video. Sorry if it wasn't as good as my other ones. It's just I just wanted to talk about this, just get my thoughts out. Didn't really write a script, just winged it. Shout out to Dr. Daniel again. Thank you for letting me know about this, and I'll see you on the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie signing off.